1990 Pfizer's lab coats in Wales were conducting the most British clinical trial imaginable, testing angina medication on retirees who considered bingo night extreme sports. The goal: dilate coronary arteries. The result: 100 dusty volunteers suddenly developed alarming enthusiasm for follow-up appointments. Grown men were volunteering for extra blood work like it was a Golden Corral sampler. Nurses found stash spots for unused pills more creative than a Coke mule's colon. Because here's the twist nobody saw coming: while Sildenafil failed spectacularly at fixing hearts, it transformed geriatric libidos into Chernobyl reactors. These volunteers weren't returning pills, they were treating the study like a free subscription to horny trademark monthly. One participant allegedly answered his door for checkups, wearing nothing but orthopedic socks and a grin wider than the Grinch's post-heist smirk. Researchers initially assumed dementia. Then they spotted the lab's missing chairs mysteriously reappearing, all suspiciously stained. Turns out you don't need a PhD to spot erectile euphoria, just eyeballs and a strong gag reflex. The real comedy: Pfizer executives were slower to adapt than medieval peasants spotting a germ theory. When their lead scientist presented a slide showing 12 consecutive patients with 4-hour unintended side effects, some suit probably yelled liability, while another whispered jackpot. This pill wasn't fixing angina, it treated performance anxiety with the subtlety of a shotgun wedding. Suddenly, the same company that couldn't engineer a working heart drug stumbled into patenting marital aids for the Viagra triangle crowd. Imagine spending $50 million targeting ventricles and accidentally creating the horniest generation since Woodstock. These volunteers didn't need nitroglycerin. They needed fire department hoses and a priest. Even the placebo group started claiming boners, proving the mind's power to manifest middle school biology flashbacks. And let's roast Big Pharma's hypocrisy. They panic when migraine drugs cause toe fungus but roll out parade floats for a dick pill because erections print money. Overnight, Pfizer pivoted from cardiology to celebrity endorsements, Bob Dole winking about rising to the occasion, while his Medicare audience rediscovered parts of their anatomy they'd presumed took permanent siestas. Nobody needed clinical studies anymore. The evidence was literally in their pants. Here's your bleak takeaway: humanity's greatest discoveries aren't genius, they're happy accidents, trademark forged from greed and incompetence. Viagra conquered ED because depressed researchers couldn't comprehend senior citizens booming like porn stars and said, "Fuck it, market the glitch." The same species that invented space travel also needed 7 decades to realize senile grandpas just want a nut. But Pfizer's lab coats didn't pop champagne, yet they were too busy having panic attacks straight out of a heist movie when trial subjects ghosted harder than my dad's parenting skills. See, science protocol demands pill returns like a library expects books. But suddenly, 70-year-old Randy from Boca was treating those blue tablets like Gollum with the One Ring. That's right, Pfizer accidentally created the pharmaceutical equivalent of Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but your dick can never leave. Corporate memos leaked faster than weak bladder testimonials, showing executives realizing they'd lost control of their failed drug. Imagine spending 10 years testing nitro compounds for myocardial relief, only to discover your focus group would literally mug you for more samples. These weren't heart patients anymore, they were Viagra's first addicts, exhibiting withdrawal symptoms scarier than a prostate exam. One participant allegedly offered his firstborn grandson for another dose, which is terrifying considering most couldn't even remember their Wi-Fi passwords. The real joke: Big Pharma ethics committees suddenly developed selective amnesia. Normally, missing trial medication triggers more alarms than a nursing home panic button. Yet here they were, watching retirees smuggle pills in nitro bottles like geriatric Walter Whites, and Pfizer's response was basically, maybe we shouldn't check their pockets. This from an industry that audits Tylenol samples like they're uranium rods. Modern analogy time. It's like Apple releasing a calculator app that accidentally sexts your exes, then shrugging, hey, engagement's up. The researchers' panic was palpable. My cousin Derek was an intern there and swears the lead scientist kept muttering, Christ, they're gonna screw themselves to death, while frantically rewriting consent forms. The original safety warnings mentioned dizziness and headaches, not possibility of reigniting dormant 50-year marriages with the ferocity of a SpaceX launch. And here's the WTF cherry. Some participants' wives started calling to beg for more pills, turning clinical trials into the world's weirdest matchmaking service. Suddenly, Pfizer wasn't just treating angina, they were relationship counselors for the Viagra triangle crowd. One urologist reported a patient claiming the drug worked so well it scared the cat, which I choose to believe resulted in furniture destruction worthy of a Viking raid. The dark comedy here isn't just humanity's relentless horniness, it's capitalism's whiplash pivot from failure to profit. Pfizer spent years fumbling cardiac research like a toddler with Legos, only to discover their real customer base wasn't dying hearts, but dying marriages. By the time Bob Dole hit commercials saying, "Ask your doctor if you're healthy enough for sexual activity," the original research team had probably rage quit to sell vibrators. Grim truth bomb. Society only innovates when dollars override dignity. Those doctors knew they'd created a monster. They just accidentally weaponized grandma's libido, but when Wall Street smells 50+ demo dollars, ethics vanish faster than free samples at a Viagra launch party. Remember, your grandpa wasn't smuggling heart meds. He was smuggling hope. Terrifying, stiff, potentially lethal hope. Pfizer's marketers stared down their Kobayashi Maru with all the strategic grace of Elon Musk rebranding Twitter, selling a cardiac flop repurposed as marital jumper cables to millennials who faint at vibrator ads. Picture crypto bros hyping NFT apes as fine art investments while their wallets hemorrhage Solana. That magnitude of delusional optimism. Their naming summit unfolded like a rejected episode of The Bear where stressed creatives snort Adderall, dust off conference tables. UK 92, 480, sounded less like biomedical innovation and more like a defective IKEA bookshelf. Finalists included Vigor Max, Directo, and the Piece de Resistance, Maturitas. Because erectile dysfunction screams, let's borrow Latin terms for menopause. Their branding sleight of hand rivaled Lizzo twerking at the Louvre, pure prestidigitation. Focus groups birthed Viagra, a Frankenword splicing vigor with Niagara, promising Hulk-like stamina and leaky faucet reliability. Poetic, considering users would later experience the opposite of waterfalls, more like syncopal faints mid-coitus, crumpling like Game of Thrones red shirts. Historians overlook how Bob Dole's ads accidentally politicized priapism. When your pitchman is a GOP silverback waxing poetic about tumescence, even arousal gets red or blue-pilled. The brutal genius. Consultants invoiced Lamborghini money for this, while my sister's rabbit vibrator came pre-named, Tucker Carlson's microphone, at no extra charge. Packaging debates reached succession-level boardroom chaos. That azure diamond shape wasn't science. It was damage control. Early red prototypes tested as menacing as a bondage prop in a 50 Shades factory recall. Blue Pantone 286 whispered corporate trust. Same hue as LinkedIn icons and encephalized octogenarians overdosing at Niagara Falls honeymoon suites. Legal panicked upon discovering DC Comics owned that exact shade for Superman's cape. Imagine headlines. Pfizer settles with Warner Bros. Over alleged kryptonite butt plug resemblance. Tagline wars escalated like can I tweet storms. The answer made erections sound like a Sphinx riddle. Remember this moment, died when testers cackled. Yeah, I'll never forget EMTs reviving me after my heartbeat outranks a Formula One engine. The winner, get back to it, echoed Netflix's Love is Blind in its pathological avoidance of direct language. Translation: congratulations, you've traded cardiac stability for 4 hours of marriage-saving tachycardia. Solid as classifying crypto as a safe retirement vehicle. Peak absurdity arrived watching urologists morph into 90s Logan Pauls, hawking boner pills like QR code dick pics. Archive footage shows MDs grinning like Shark Tank contestants demoing tablets. Observe its smooth dissolution as lab techs facepalm off camera. My cousin's Viagra speakeasy, the Diamond Mine, floated on blue Hawaiian cocktails until health inspectors realized PDE5 inhibitor wasn't a new CBD strain. They shuddered faster than Elizabeth Holmes' lab, proving nobody regulations harder than an army of bureaucrats fearing Viagra-charged octogenarians. Pfizer's unintended demographic coup. Divorce attorneys rebranding Viagra as the alimony catalyst. Nothing ignites retirement-age horniness like rediscovering your prostate still works. Suddenly Helen from Bingo glances more alluring than your Depends collection. Market reports read like White Lotus scripts. Recommend marketing as lifestyle enhancers for adults who have maxed out their 401 and rekindled interest in getting blacklisted from Sandals resorts. Truly, humanity's greatest invention since discovering tequila and regret are symbiotic. Wall Street's metamorphosis from blue-chip evangelists to boner pill cartel could make a GTA VI loading screen feel like a PBS documentary. Picture freshly minted crypto bros still hopped up on Elon's bath salts trying to explain why Pfizer's stock surge wasn't about vaccines, but rather 60-year-olds discovering their dicks work again. CNBC anchors performed verbal Cirque du Soleil acts to avoid saying erections. Pfizer's recreational infrastructure division continues bullish penetration of the mature demographics market. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs interns translated Balkan Viagra meme pages into investor briefings that read like AI-generated Jordan Peterson fanfic. Societal demand for vasodilation events suggests unprecedented growth in recreational vascular aerobics. The true horror unfolded during Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting, where Warren Buffett deadpanned about Viagra shortages impacting bingo night staffing ratios. Lawyers weaponized pharmacy records with the precision of Olivia Rodrigo breakup. Tracks Singaporean divorce courts now treat Cialis receipts like nuclear launch codes, with one forensic accountant tracing 12 mistresses through a single Costco pill bottle. Boca Raton retirement communities became Fight Club for the Medicare set after Viagra transformed shuffleboard into an extreme sport. Patient presented with both hip fracture and inexplicable Optimus Prime cosplay. Read one ER report. Claims he needed to rise to the occasion during adult kickball playoffs. Marketing teams channeled Elon-level chaos demon energy, sponsoring pickleball tournaments with banners screaming, "Recalibrate your paddle," while the microscopic disclaimer warned, "May convert your RV into a no-tell motel." Florida's "Stay Above Water." Billboards featured silver foxes water skiing over shark-infested waters, the pharmaceutical equivalent of a Chris Nolan jump scare. Leaked Pfizer Slack channels revealed plans for a collab with Bang Energy called Grandpa's Little Helper, until realizing mixing sildenafil with radioactive neon liquid might violate Geneva Conventions. The Balkan black market operated with Loki-level mischief. Moldovan pharmacists sold virility snow globes containing suspiciously blue glitter, while Croatian taxi drivers peddled Rocky Mountain oysters, capsules that definitely weren't sourced from bulls. A Serbian darknet entrepreneur got busted for modifying Bitcoin ATMs to dispense bootleg Viagra shaped like Shiba Inu coins. His defense: millennial need crypto, boomer needs stiffy, I create synergy. The FDA nearly missed an epidemic of TikTok dad challenges, where uncles tried combining ED meds with Prime Energy drinks. ER nurses staged walkouts after treating their 12th patient who accidentally attended Disneyland's electric parade in anatomically impossible conditions. The CDC quietly classified Florida retirement communities as virological Burning Man events, complete with glow-stick-enhanced shuffleboard and dangerously high hookup rates. Meanwhile, Pfizer executives transformed into real-life Scrooge McDucks, diving into vaults filled with blue diamond-shaped coins as angry divorce attorneys weaponized pharmacy data like Oppenheimer's Fallout calculations. The ultimate punchline: discovering hedge funders using Viagra stock futures to short marriage counseling conglomerates, proving capitalism will monetize your midlife crisis harder than your Subaru Ascent lease. Hold my absinthe and watch this dissection unfold. Pfizer's design team clearly rated Zaha Hadid's nightmares after mainlining Ancient Aliens marathons and expired Adderall. They're so-called wellness research centers. Imagine if Elon Musk tried building pyramids of Giza on a meth binge using only AliExpress schematics and a Lego architecture manual. These aren't buildings. They're brutalist satanic panic attacks wrapped in Tron Legacy window tint. Corporate PR droids swear the blue glass maximizes photovoltaic synergy, but leaked satellite images reveal rooftop meditation gardens suspiciously shaped like erectile tissue diagrams, complete with fountains pumping taurine-spiked Powerade instead of water. But wait, there's radioactive layers to this architectural donair. Original Pyramid Bros weaponized geometry to channel millennial Viagra vibes for pharaohs. Pfizer's Angle, Chicago HQ's limestone pinnacle, casts a shadow so anatomically specific each summer solstice that Great Lakes cruise ships have to reroute during Mandingo Hour. The Beijing Branch, its windows align yearly to project a 500-foot dick-butt mosaic across Tiananmen Square, using only the reflection from Xi Jinping's hair plugs. Berlin's underground Sildenafil salt flats, so potent that, during UEFA matches, stray penalty kicks activate defense mechanisms that aerosolize enough boner dust to impregnate stone gargoyles. Tech oligarchs remain oblivious because they're busy guzzling ChatGPT-generated horoscopes spiked with lizard god semen. Some Silicon Valley shaman actually pitched these pyramids as ESG-compliant 5G pleasure domes, which explains why Qatar's migrant workforce installed copper filaments in foundation concrete shaped like OnlyFans algorithms designed to sex the Voynich manuscript. The fallout: every EPA scan shows radiation levels capable of making porcelain garden gnomes rise like Lazarus during a Cialis convention. Normies call it city sprawl. Conspiracy Twitter calls it gay frog chemtrails 2.0. But historians recognize this as Henry Roman VIII syndicated reruns. Dude taxed medieval OnlyFans to build ergonomic fucking cottages, he claimed, aligned with Saturn's hemorrhoids, to cure his dripping Renaissance syphilis balls. Fast forward to Pfizer's Memphis lab, where bass frequencies from Black Baptist choirs next door vibrate Petri dishes so violently that lab-grown stem cells twerk until they mutate into sentient dick pills. Peak delirium dropped when Pfizer Zambia hired a deepfake Kenny G dressed as Imhotep to keynote their hieroglyphic healing summit. VIP goodie bags contained the immune-boosting scarabs, later exposed as 3D printed gummies packed with enough sildenafil to revive Tutankhamun's desiccated libido during a moon night binge watch. 7 crypto influencers croaked freebasing powdered Sphinx limestone on TikTok Live. Coroners listed deaths as the cute spiritual awakening, so their ghostwriters could monetize AI-generated memoirs titled How Jay-Z Healed My Third Eye. Meanwhile, Dubai contractors installed Tesla Giza obelisks humming moaning Myrtle soundbites from Harry Potter while zapping vats of AI-manufactured testosterone concentrate. When questioned, the C-suite's defense was pure wolf of Wall Street meets Stargate. Sheikhs demanded buildings that give Kardashian vibes but for your prostate. I'm just a guy who sniffed too much Sharpie fumes at Burning Man. The fiscal cherry on this GMO Sunday. Pfizer's forensic accountants routed all pyramid costs through an IRS loophole, labeled Mesoamerican Dildo Preservation Grants, while buying Albanian uranium mines to laser-engrave sublinguals work better onto Europa's ice crust. Their legal team literally copyrighted the Fibonacci sequence after doing ayahuasca with Interpol's most wanted crypto bro in Belize. Ancient grifters peddled ground-up rhino horn as aphrodisiacs. Victorian freak shows sold mercury cocktails as virility serum. Pfizer's genius. Repackaging midlife crises as Bauhaus shamanism. Toss in some Insta-worthy acute angles, parking lot glyphs that decode as Nazca dick pics when viewed from a UFO. And boom! Generational wealth extracted via sonic weaponized Daft Punk concerts. Final joke. These monstrosities won't endure like real pyramids. Future archaeologists will dig through rubble to find fossilized vibrator prototypes and OxyContin tablets embedded in concrete stamped with. Built by Claydempora Glory to Zuckbuck Smash like for Thoth click subscribe. Before Pfizer trademarks the Pythagorean theorem as a patented erection alignment tool. Or ignore this, either way. Every limp dick Zoomer doomscrolling OnlyFans mutates Pfizer's stock price, while another trapezoidal horror gets zoning approval in Boca Raton. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got investors to sedate with mescaline.